Hello, hello. I'm just gonna hop right into this series of creating every single day until my fiancé gets back from boot camp, or Ces du Imfgbfb for short. Actually, no, scratch that. We're calling this The Art of Waiting. Daily creations until my fiancé comes home. During this series, I will be drawing, sewing, animating, and even forcing myself to learn Blender. So let's get into it. Day 1, Ube Cat. I unintentionally made a core memory by drinking boba tea for the first time. I'd like to preface this with I did not think I would enjoy iced milk with floaties at the bottom. Sorry, I just can't do chunky drinks. Anywho, we chose an ube milk tea from Mochi Nut, and I could immediately feel my teeth falling out. It was so sickly sweet. Surprisingly, I liked the chewiness of the boba pearls, but there was a seemingly endless amount of them. For the first quarter of the drink or so, it was just straight boba. No liquid, just boba. Once we got past that, it was actually very pleasant and balanced. Long story short, less boba is best boba. Thus why Ube Cat now has an existence. I will likely be drawing more boba cats for the different flavors because it was really cute and fun and actually relaxing to draw. And who knows, maybe they'll turn into a sticker sheet in the future. Shameless plug. And on to day 2. Alright, you caught me. I didn't paint this on day 2. I did it the day after we saw Suzume in theaters, but your girl doesn't want to fall behind, and I also have to make time to edit this video. Let's be real, these animations don't make themselves. If they did, it would save me so much back and wrist pain. Anyway, about the painting. It's not particularly innovative or original for that matter, but I just wanted something a bit painterly and relaxing to do. I highly recommend Suzume though. It was a fun, gorgeous movie. However, I have to say that we may have set our expectations a little too high. It's hard to beat Your Name and Weathering With You. We were hoping to see some Easter eggs from the other 2 films, and also more Sota, whose character design is just on point. But overall, our biggest issue with the film was probably the pacing. It's a very high-energy, high-stress plotline, which sometimes would undercut itself as if there were no stakes. Despite all of that, though, Daijin is adorable, and I will definitely be watching it again. Time to do another boba cat. This time, the classic milk tea flavor. The process is the same as before, but as I work on it, there's still something about it that feels unfinished. Maybe it's the fact that it seems to have some different generic art style compared to Ube Cat. I'm not entirely sure. I'm also not sure about including the straws in these boba cat designs. Part of me likes that it gets the boba drink motif across, but it also implies that the boba cats must be stabbed in order to get the boba. Though, I suppose the dark undertone is on brand. Alright, so day 4 and 5. I worked on a slightly larger project, but had a bit of a hiccup and forgot to hit record on my camera. But no worries, I still have a truckload to show you from day 5. Just a quick disclaimer while we get started. After finishing this piece, I realized that one of the reference images I used was not, in fact, a screenshot from the movie, but instead a finished artwork made by a very talented human, of which I cannot find the credit to. So, to the original creator of that design, wherever you may be, I apologize for inadvertently using your work without permission. As I worked on this piece, I realized that the majority of the process was focused on adding the greenery, and apparently I didn't prioritize efficiency over sanity. I really need to make myself a couple grass brushes. It seems like this week is turning out to be anime week because everything I've drawn so far is quite atypical of my usual. I guess my brain is just gravitating towards beautiful, happy things right now. Howl's Moving Castle might just be my favorite Ghibli movie of all time. The story, the characters, and the craftsmanship are all just perfect. Great, here I am complaining about drawing grass, but wonder how long it took to draw Howl's room. While we're on the subject of Ghibli, I wanted to share this no-face design that I'm turning into a sticker. I wanted to incorporate some gold into the design and settled on this Kinsengiri-esque pattern, but I may also experiment with a design more akin to No Face's original form, which I came across this sketch in a book at Barnes & Noble. He was more human-shaped with swirling gold and a blue cape. I found it quite interesting. Bear with me through this one. There's a ton of footage to speed through.
What's going on? What am I doing here? Sophie, your hair looks just like starlight.
Wah wah, I didn't record. Have them on Jack, they're creepy little things. Ah yes, this little cartoon that's been talking to you for the past 11 minutes was created just for this. I drew inspiration from one of my all-time favorite artists, Fifal. Specifically, this photo right here. Her art just makes me feel things, so I wanted to draw myself in that style. So now here we are. You might be thinking, why, that looks way different. Cleaner, more crisp than that gremlin that's been whispering sweet nothings into my ear. And you'd be right. I do messify it a bit later to make it, 1, easier to animate, and 2, feel more like me. While I adore Linnea's work, in the end it didn't feel like I drew it. And if you've managed to make it this far, I want to express my utter gratitude and appreciation. Filming has taken a lot out of me, and as I'm wrapping up this first week, I'm already making changes for future videos. Originally, I was planning to release these every Sunday, but as life has it, I will be releasing them every Tuesday instead. Additionally, I may have to adjust my schedule to create content for 6 days instead of 7, because I found it challenging to manage my time and edit the videos effectively. We'll see how it goes next week. I'd like to give a special thanks to my patrons, my mom and 2 dads.
Not gay though.
Seriously, I could not have had the motivation without ya. Obligatory plea for likes, shares, subscribes. Seriously, where did you come from? Thank you.